Oh dear, but this may be the chance we've been looking for. This attack takes place indoors, which means that the killer is in there with you. If you can somehow fool the killer, you may be able to catch him. Can't you do something to make sure you don't fall off without alerting the killer to that fact? You've got a bit of time. Good luck.
Isn't there any way to get in without Mr. Eckert knowing? This is an old lock. Maybe I can get a hold of the key.
All right. Hold still, please.
Uh-oh. I'm going to run into myself. The tower key. Here's a duplicate. It should be okay for me to take one. Uh-oh. I'm going to run into myself. I might as well turn back. There's nothing this way. I think I'll come back later. Since I'm going to be shoved off here, I can tie one end of a rope to this railing and grab the other end tomorrow before I get pushed off. That way, I shouldn't fall. I hope it works.
You're sure about that? She's alive. All right. Yes, he did say he was coming over tomorrow to look at paintings, for sure. Yes, I know. I won't tell anyone.
Who's he talking to?
Oh, is it over? It's got to be cleaned up. Hi.
Mr. Eckert, you...
A girl's comb. This belongs to you?
Mr. Eckert...
I asked you whether this was yours.
Yes, someone gave it to me. But we need to...
Here. And is this person important to you?
Well, you might say that.
I see.
Mr. Eckert, there's something I need to ask you.
I'm sorry. Truly, truly sorry. Blackmail. Our daughter went missing 20 years ago. It was Dana's return for your...
So were you the one that stabbed me too?
No, I don't know anything about that. You may not believe me, but that's the truth.
What? So there's someone else trying to kill me too? Then who were you talking to on the phone?
I honestly don't know. It sounded like a young man. He said he'd call again once you were dead. Don't worry, after all, I told you all this, didn't I? I won't make any more attempts on your life, and I plan to give myself up to the police. Forgiveness I can't ask for, but I am sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm still alive, and besides, it's the fault of whoever is really behind this. Please don't blame yourself too much, Mr. Eckert.
That comb made me realize something. There are people in your life who care about you. Such an obvious fact, really. No one is alone, and for every death there's hell to pay for everyone around them. Sometimes it isn't just memories that are left behind. It's pain and sorrow. I should know better than anyone else. After everything I went through all those years ago, I still... I am so very sorry.
It's all right, really.
You see, 20 years ago, on the day that our little girl went missing, there was a man on the scene, and he looked exactly like you.
Oh, but...
I know it wasn't you. It was almost 20 years ago. It's just plain impossible. But this man was there that day, and he fled the scene. There were no other suspects, and in the end, the police thought this guy had gotten away with it. You can imagine how surprised I was when I first saw you here. I even thought that maybe you were that man's son.
My parents...
Yes, you told me some time ago you didn't remember them at all.
No.
Even if he was your father, it makes no sense for you to be burdened with his sins. I knew that... God knows I thought about all this enough times, but I have to admit that I could never quite reconcile the facts and my feelings. I am sorry, Ike.
It's all right, Mr. Eckert. Really. Anyway, I should get going.
Already?
I have to find out who's doing this.
Yes, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. I'll do everything in my power.
I don't remember seeing this picture before. The stone and the girl. Dana? Oh, yeah. I should ask about that picture.
I wish somebody would draw me. I'd really dress up for it.
Did you hear about that girl working at the Lord's Manor? She was chosen to be a model for a painting. What a lucky girl.
You know that girl chosen to model for that painting? Nobody knows where she came from. She was first seen in this city about 3 or 4 years ago. Dana?
you're from that... Ike?
I was worried about where you were.
Yes, I was pretty shook up too, when I got separated from you.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm really sorry you got mixed up in all this.
I was scared to death, though. It was pitch dark, too. But it only took me a bit to figure out that it was the same place, and I started thinking that maybe it was just a different time. The buildings and the streets are almost exactly the same, so...
Wow, you thought of all that and didn't freak out? Well, I would have for sure.
Well, it took a while to get used to. Things only fell into place lately. I looked for you for a long time, you know.
I'm sorry. I looked for you too, but I didn't have any luck.
Well, no use worrying about what's done. It's been 4 years after all.
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess it would be. You do look more, well, I don't know, mature, come to think of it.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing really.
A night watchman helped me that first day. And since then, I've done a lot of different things. I even worked in a mill for a while. But now, I'm a chambermaid at the Squire's Manor House. I feel so content these days. I feel like I should be thanking you.
Why are you modeling for a picture?
The Squire's a patron of this painter, and that's how I met him originally. He said he really wanted to use me as a model, and I just couldn't say no.
I see.
The Squire's daughter was supposed to model, really, but she didn't want to do it, so I ended up taking her place.
So the girl in the picture is you.
Oh, I don't even start posing till tomorrow. I just came over today to work out the schedule and all that stuff.
But the picture will eventually be painted.
Hey, why did you come here today? Are you here to take me back? You know how to, don't you?
Sure. Do you want to? Go back to our own time with me?
I did, you know. Of course I wanted to, but not anymore.
Not anymore?
It's okay. I have no one there. No parents, no family. So I'll be okay here. No one will worry about me. No one expected anything of me back there. No one was watching, no matter how hard I worked. So there really is nothing for me there.
I'm the same way. No family at all. But
that time and place is still your home, right? It's where you want to be.
yeah, that's how I feel.
Oh, remember this? It's the red stone from that day.
That stone's a... look. Do you mind if I ask you to give that to me?
Of course, you can have it. If it weren't for this stone, I would have never met you. Neville would have ended up right here now, talking to you like this. I've always thought that there was something very important about this stone. That's the reason I thought about having it included in my portrait. But that's okay. After all, I got to see you again. Here you go. What was that?
This must be important.
Thanks. You too, Ike.
to show up unannounced, don't you?
Father's down in the basement working. You did come to see him, not Margaret, didn't you?
Oh, stop it.
You have, by chance, the Philosopher's Stone?
Yes, is this it? That's the only stone I know that fits the bill.
Ah, in the name of heaven, I shall start the preparations for the experiment right now. It's all right. It doesn't matter if this is not the true stone. I'm grateful for your help regardless. But if it is the stone, the results should be wondrous. Please come back again in, let's see, make it 10 days.
10 days. Okay. That would be the 13th. Oh,
What is it?
that experiment's dangerous.
That may be, but this is something I want to do. Something I must do. Please, try to understand. 10 days from now, by then, the experiment should yield fruit. I will be able to show you the homunculus. At last, science will prove itself capable of creating life. How I wish she could have been here, Helena. That is my only regret. See you in 10 days, then. Oh, one more thing. Could you keep this a secret from Hugo and Margaret? Knowing Hugo, if he learns of this, he might do something like attempt to bring Helena back from the dead. He can't seem to face his mother's death. Should this experiment succeed, if I manage to find what answers I can in my quest for truth, I shall commit all records of my research to the fire. Now, take care.
Okay. Sir, I just thought of something.
What is it?
Maybe you should draw a pentagram or something. For protection, just in case. It is a dangerous experiment, after all.
I will certainly do so. I thank you for your concern. Your youth belies your thoughtfulness. I cannot help but envy it. Look at me. I've grown old in my laboratory. Ah, youth. Forgive me. I must not lapse into self-pity.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Hey, did you manage to see Father?
Uh-huh. What is it?
Damn, what's the matter with Father anyway? He hasn't let me into his laboratory lately. When I went in there the other day, he got really angry with me. And ever since, there's some secret in there he can't tell me about. I just know it. Hey, Are you like Father's right-hand man? You know, with tools from the future and stuff?
Of course not. Nothing like that.
Really? I'd definitely ask for your help if I were Father. Then I could make a machine to move through time, like the one you showed me before. I sort of understand how it works anyway.
Wow, really? Well, I'm impressed.
Well, I said sort of. Anyway, I'm more interested in what Father's working on right now.
Hugo, I'm sure Father will tell us one of these days.
I don't know about that.
Children, I have something to tell you.
Father?
I'm going to start another experiment, but this one will be very dangerous. So I want you two to leave the house for a while.
Right away?
The sooner the better. I'll send word in about 10 days. Go to our relatives' homes or anywhere else you like. That's all.
Can I help with the experiment?
No. Both of you have to leave this house.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What does he think he's doing, huh?
Come on, where should we go?
Sis? So, you're just going to do it?
Do we have a choice?
But...
It's only for a little while. Let's go, we have to get ready.
I guess I'll be going now.
Of course. I am sorry we're always in the middle of something.
See you soon, okay?
Hello, is anybody here? Anybody? Dr. Wagner, Margaret, Hugo. Anyone there?
Hugo!
The basement? This meter here, is this a time machine? That can't be. But that sounded like Margaret's voice just now.
time no see. Actually, didn't we just see each other today?
Is this Hugo?
Uh-huh. I really like these machines of the future. Being able to just project your voice a long distance, that's really something.
How do you know my number?
Oh, that. I asked someone called Eckert. You know, you mentioned him once.
How did you get here, and why? Were you the one threatening Mr. Eckert?
Come on, threaten sounds so serious. All I did was propose a deal. Can I help it if he jumped at the chance when I told him what he wanted to hear about his daughter? Oh, and about how I got here. It's pretty simple, really. Remember that tool you showed me? I just made one of my own, you see?
What?
Well, actually, I didn't make it, not exactly. The Hugo of the future completed it and gave it to me. A transport mechanism to time-space marked by phenomena of relevance. You like it? Just like yours. Actually, I think the other stuff may be different, but who cares, right? In any case, I can track and follow your machine.
What about Margaret?
Will you look at that? I'm forgetting the point of the whole thing. Can you drop by? I'll be waiting at the square. Bring Homunculus. We have a few things to discuss. Oh, and by the way, do what I tell you, okay? Otherwise, someone you care about's gonna die. I don't have to tell you what I mean about that, right? Later, then.
Hugo!
Hey! Hugo! Where are you?
Lord, you're so noisy. I'm here, right here.
Hugo! You're the one that's been trying to kill me.
Never mind that. Where's Homunculus?
You heard what I asked you.
The Homunculus was completed because you showed up. You fooled Father into creating the Homunculus. Isn't that right? I read Father's research notes. They said you brought him the last ingredient, the Philosopher's Stone.
Me? Get your father to create Homunculus? All I've been doing is trying to stay alive. But it isn't...
What I really wanted was to get here earlier and stop what you were doing. But all my machine could do is follow yours. So I targeted yesterday's you because I thought I could manage to get to you before you did the things you did today. I had so many chances, but I still didn't manage to kill you off.
Hugo.
It's a shame, but there's no way for my machine to outrun yours. And I can't stop the homunculus from being completed. So I'm switching to another plan. If I can't prevent homunculus from being created in the first place, I'll destroy it. That seems to be the only way to get a hold of the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone? What use is that to you?
I'm going to make Mother, just like Father made homunculus. The only difference is that I haven't got a Philosopher's Stone. That's why I'm going to use homunculus instead.
Hugo! What do you think you're...
Sis, stay out of this, will you? You're a hostage. You're supposed to be quiet.
Don't go there, Hugo. Your father would agree.
What about my father?
He said you might do something like attempt to bring Helena back from the dead. And he also said that he would burn all the records once this experiment was completed, to make sure you wouldn't.
Oh, really? Why were the papers safe and sound? Even though Father himself had disappeared into thin air.
I wouldn't know the reason for that.
I have to do this. We still need to be a family. That's why I'm going to make Mother, and we can all be happy again. And that's why I need that stone. Get it? Come on. Get homunculus.
Hugo. I can work for both of us, so that we won't want for anything. We'll be okay. You'll see. So please, stop this madness. Make Mother. Just listen to what you're suggesting.
Sis, if you won't be quiet, I'll have to hurt you. Don't make me do that.
Hugo!
You know I can't stand blood.
You want to raise the dead?
The stone let Father create homunculus. That means this has to work too. I can do it, I know. So come on, go get him.
The homunculus just can't be... He always just appears out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with what I want. Yes, he saved my life, but that's about it. It just isn't possible for me to call him up. You've got to understand.
No excuses. If you don't do what I tell you, I'll leave my sister here and go home. That's going to affect this age in a lot of ways. I can't even begin to imagine how much.
That's a dirty move.
Come on, hurry up. I'll give you 20 minutes.
guess Hugo isn't here yet. Hey, this is Dr. Wagner's research data. This is all about homunculus, composition, method of creation. That's it. What if Hugo never reads this stuff? Without the homunculus data, Hugo would never attempt to recreate his mother. Come to think of it, if he never learns of homunculus's existence, he wouldn't want revenge. And no revenge, no time machine. I feel bad for Dr. Wagner, but I've got to get rid of this part.
Hugo, wait up.
Hurry up.
Hugo? He's back?
Father!
Father!
Ike, what are you doing here?
Oh, Dr. Wagner said to meet him here.
They told us there was a huge explosion. So we...
I actually just got here too. I didn't see Dr. Wagner.
We were so worried. We thought he may be lying here hurt, or... Anyway, I guess it's a good sign that he isn't here, right?
What are you burning?
Oh, nothing important.
Okay then. So, sis, where could Father...
Well, we'll go take a look around. I'm sorry, but we have to go out for a while. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care of yourselves.
See you around.
See? I tell you, sin does not go unpunished. That house, blown to bits. What an explosion!
What the? Hugo's still here? Wasn't it enough just to burn the research data?
He's nowhere to be found. Where could Father be? Hugo, what is it?
Just wondering. I mean, what could he have been burning? Didn't I tell you to bring homunculus? If you won't do what I say, I'll...
Hugo!
Distillation? Something? And with... What's happening to me?
What the?
Hugo, what are you doing?
Something... method. It's no good. I can't read this.
Are you done looking at that rubbish?
Hey!
Oh, please. You said yourself it was too burnt to make out. Anyway, we have something more important to do now, right? I think Ike's out there looking for Father, too. Come on. We can't let him do all the work, can we?
Yeah, guess you're right. Damn it! What went wrong? What did I do to deserve...
Hugo! Hugo!
Hugo's all right.
What?
The past's been changed. That's why...
What do you mean? What's going on? Hugo, what happened to Hugo? Answer me!
It's all right. Everything's okay.
What kind of an answer is that? Ah! What the... No...
Oh, I get it now. By changing Hugo's past, I've canceled the existence of the time machine itself.
Help!
Is it over? All this?
Well, looks like it's over, doesn't it? Good job, Ike.
I was trying to change my destiny.
And you did.
Was it all for you? You used me just to make sure you'd be created, that no one would stop you from living.
Oh, really?
And in doing that, I changed other people's lives. Is my own fate worth that much? Is yours? So how am I supposed to feel?
Oh, please. Enough with the gloomy angst, Ike. Are you trying to put me on a guilt trip? I mean, who cares? Yes, you managed to preserve my destiny. If you had been killed, I would never have been born. Immortality has its perks, but you have to exist first.
Damn it. I don't believe this. So I was just being used after all.
Oh, by the way, I need the digipad back.
Here you are.
Time for me to go. I suppose we won't be seeing each other again, in all likelihood. How many centuries has it been since I saw the light of day? Are you my so-called master this time around?
What the?
What yourself? You're the one who broke the seal. So, what do you desire most? Immortality? Eternal youth? To be filthy rich? Name it, and it's yours.
What is this? What lunacy?
But of course, your soul is mine when your futile existence ends. Until then, you can do whatever you like. Come on. Name your wish.
For what? For this,
What did you say? I didn't catch that.
Was my research in vain? Was I wrong after all these years devoted to my task? Helena, forgive me!
Oh, hurry up, will you?
Give me my youth. I want to start my life over. And if possible, let me stay that age.
Sure thing. Hold on. There.
That young man the other day, I envied him his youth.
Am I? Did it really work?
Trust me, okay? You got exactly what you wished for.
Your work here is done. It's back to where you came from, demon.
Pentagram.
It's no great art to get rid of the likes of you, but I was well advised to ready an additional barrier. Return to the stone from whence you came, and I will start my research and my life from the beginning.
Damn it, you'll pay for this? No pentagram is completely a pure mind of memories. Be damned to the endless night.
Where am I? Oh. Beautiful stone.
seem trivial, but suppose